Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to meet you at the conclusion of this very important meeting on climate change. We have had a long and interesting couple of days. We talked all Thursday and Friday night, and still delegations are discussing on this issue. Finally, we seal the deal, and it is a real deal. Bringing world leaders to the table paid off. I'd like to thank Prime Minister Rasmussen and Minister Hedegaard and government and people of Denmark for hosting this conference and helping the negotiations for successful conclusion. The Copenhagen Accord may not be everything that everyone hoped for. But this decision of the Conference of Parties is the beginning, an essential beginning. At the summit I convened in September in New York, I laid out 4 benchmarks for success for this conference. We have achieved results on each. All countries have agreed to work toward a common long-term goal to limit global temperature rise to below 2 degrees Celsius. Many governments have made important commitments to reduce or limit emissions. Countries have achieved significant progress on preserving forests, and countries have agreed to provide comprehensive support to the most vulnerable to cope with climate change. The deal is backed by money and the means to deliver it. Up to $30 billion has been pledged for adaptation and mitigation. Countries have backed the goal of mobilizing $100 billion a year by 2020 for developing countries. We have convergence on transparency and an equitable global governance structure that addresses the needs of developing countries. The countries that stayed on the periphery of the Kyoto Protocol are now at the heart of global climate action. We have the foundation for the first truly global agreement that will limit and reduce greenhouse gas emissions, support adaptation for the most vulnerable, and launch a new era of green growth. Going forward, we have 3 tasks. First, we need to turn this agreement into a legally binding treaty. I will work with world leaders over the coming month to make this happen. Second, we must launch the Copenhagen Green Climate Fund. The UN system will work to ensure that it can immediately start to deliver immediate results to people in need and jumpstart clean energy growth in developing countries. Third, we need to pursue the road of higher ambition. We must turn our back on the path of least resistance. Current mitigation commitments fail to meet the scientific bottleneck. We still face serious consequences. So while I am satisfied that we have a deal here in Copenhagen, I am aware that it is just the beginning. It will take more than this to definitely really tackle climate change. But it is a step in the right direction. Thank you very much.